Okay, quick Monday morning radar update. So, been busy again all weekend, chipping away at a few projects in the background. We've got a gap up this morning. I'll say it again, that classic sort of, offside action. We gap down, the world is ending, then we gap up and everyone's like, hang on a minute, we're left high and dry here, and then the market closes on the lows, gaps up on the Monday, and then we move back in. The gap sort of trade plays out all over this sort of chart. It's worth sort of, looking at the US as well. We got one of those hard trend days, and these, I was talking about this in the screening session, trying to predict when the market's going to have one of these gap and crap days. It really is needle in a haystack kind of you're looking for needles in haystacks. And then we have another one, 2 in 1 week, what does a pretty similar action. It just fell through the range and off it went on a trend. And it really is hard, well, it's impossible to predict these with any kind of trying to build a system what would make you a profit is virtually impossible on those days, because by the time you realize there's a embedded trend day on the actual indices, it's usually, in this case it would have been nearly over, wouldn't it? You never know, so it's a hard one to catch. That it's the holy grail, isn't it? Anyway, just thought I'd just mention that, because there was 2 in 1 week, and that's, back test it, go and try and find that. It's I know it rallied strongly into the close, but it's a rare thing to see. Moving on, there's very little in the charts today. I'll just let me just bring up oil is where the money's flowing still. The oil stocks are hanging in there still. Are we going to get a move? I've been talking through the big picture levels as well last week, and I've done a piece what will be sort of live at the end of the week, just on some big levels and talking about the correlations. The classic correlations are all broken down, aren't they, at the moment? So we will see how that plays out in the future. But let's just move straight into the volume leaders today. Usually quiet on Monday. I usually run them a little bit later. It's 10:53. And I've hit the wrong screen. 10:53. We should have traded 33% to be on average volume. And there's not much on the screens either. Another reason there's not that much on the volume screens is just because everything's in a downtrend, and I only look at structurally rising stocks on my time frame. I'm not interested in what's bouncing strongly off the lows. I only look at the ones what are actually in a trend and structurally on volume. And that is key to not being in all those dead cat bounces and catching knives. So I'll just buzz through these. A few investment trusts, a few producers. CMCX, yeah, it looks like it's kind of basing out, doesn't it? But it's got a lot of supply still. I know the supply is higher. It's a swing stock in my world. You know what I say about that. I'm not really a fan of breakouts on the swing stocks, on the main market ones, but CMCX has got that sort of boxy sort of price action. I remember many traded it in my chat group back in 2020. So it does have that sort of kind of action, doesn't it? Jury's out. Do your own research. That one broke out a few weeks ago, didn't it? We have a little base on Enquest there as well. Tullow. And let's just go into the small caps. I'll put 33, and again, just see what we're seeing here. There's hardly anything in the small caps running. Very quiet morning. Here's a Monday. Get through. Lit, obviously, you know, not the kind of stock I like to try and find trends in, but yeah, zone of interest. It's gone on a run, and it's just wide loose, doing whatever, you know. It's going sideways basically, and it's gone sideways for a year. Guess what, you know, it's, you know, though it's not a very interesting stock for my style. I mean, it's a result, isn't it, when you look at a lot of stocks out there? It really is. I'd rather be going sideways in this with a little buffer of profit there, rather than riding down one of those sort of 60 to 80% off highs. You know, all those popular stocks, you know, from last year, they're all in. There's not many holding up, is there? Not many. And so it's amazing to see UJO sort of, you know, this is an absolute awful stock. You know, there were so many pumps on this stock. And it's actually the best action we've ever seen in it, you know, but still loaded with supply. It's, you know, it's in the right sector, but it's expected to post some growth maybe and turnover. I don't know, you know, do your own research and all that. So I kind of see it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, or when it comes to us. Do your own research. POS warning. Put your cowboy hat on. AIRE broke out, didn't it? A few weeks ago. It was a REIT, wasn't it? Okay, so that's what's in the screens this morning. You know, we're cruising on into the US session. We'll see where they want to take this. I expect an interesting period for the markets coming up. I'm weaving away in the background, just trying to get some work finished, and hopefully I've got it finished before the markets start throwing out growth stock ideas again. It will happen, we don't know when, but take every day as it comes. Okay.